In the top right, in the red, with the most beautiful wavy hair imaginable from South Korea is Soin. In the bottom left, in the yellow, the jokester of the scene has a doggy and a wonderful little staircase towards his bed because he's such an animal lover. It is LawLiet.
What an intro, Remo. He likes to make animal balloons and go on bicycle rides.
Yeah.
He's one of the first, one of the most fearsome night elves. That's what we shoot at to this for sure. And it used to be against orc as well. He used to request to meet orcs here in those DreamHacks. As of late, perhaps not as much, but perhaps he can regain some of the scariness that he's had when facing the green skin race.
Yeah, and look at this opening creep route. I have never seen that before. Blade and Grunt with items from the shop right away, going for the consumable, going for the Ogre Magi, taking quite a bit of damage, going over to the green. Wow. And leaving the Keeper to completely freely creep up at the beginning. Gets to level 2. Oh. And he's on an intercept course against this Grunt. Oh, it needs to be fast with the movement, with the speed scroll. Oh, quick reactions by Soin. Nicely done. Gets the last hit.
Can you use 1 mana steal immediately? Yeah, that's... It still feels like there is room for, I guess, pushing further with the limits of certain creep routes, with the limits of micro in certain fights as well. And we're seeing that out of some of these players these days, like attempting stuff like that. And I think that's really cool, like to not just rely on the most basic stuff. Of course, like there's always going to be creep routes kind of countering one another. And like so in doing this one as quick as it did, he's also hoping that LawLiet went for standard creep route where he's not doing something super greedy himself, because then that would disadvantage him. So he took the right gamble, so to speak, as LawLiet didn't do anything like a really big camp like his own Tusker camp. And now the Grandmaster is about to start harassing.
Would love to get a last hit steal here to get that level 2, but doesn't quite have it yet. Also use a lot of mana early. That's relevant. Ideally, you want to land on tier 2 with a ton of mana still left on the blade, so you can stalk the Alchemist, maybe harass the expansion creep, something like that. So in here, so far having an alright early, I would say, but nothing tremendous. But if you can keep the Keeper of the Grove away from level 3, then I guess that's what he's going to be satisfied with.
Yeah, which not always easy to get. Like in some games, you know, it feels like it looks easy, and then the Night Elf just kind of gets it. This Playmaster really wants to brawl. Forces another Entangle. I guess he's got 2 salves, which makes him be able to really easily heal up behind these 2 Grunts. Actually found a Wisp on the other side, but he was on one of the trees where only one of them could attack. And LawLiet evacuates. I thought he was going to go onto that tree where he cannot be attacked. Yeah, there it is. And if you had to guess, are we going to get Bloodlust here or not?
I feel like kind of the jig is up and it doesn't work anymore. That would be my reasonable argument. But this is Soin. He loves tier 3 rush, he loves Bloodlust, so I think actually for that reason it is a possibility. Although I wouldn't say that that is to be necessarily expected here. Blade, by the way, found the Tree of Life and was able to get a very early cancel. LawLiet with a quick cancel himself there, I think didn't lose too many resources. And now thinks, alright, whatever. And we're just going to creep up the natural now and expand on the spot. But that might be delaying the Alchemist here for a good while.
He bought Slipper as a marketplace here. Almost had a full inventory. I guess like when the Shadowhunter finally gets there, he's going to give him the mantle, so that's going to make some space. And also Shadowhunter is the one kind of supposed to carry the healing items, the fist roll, clarity and stuff. So he can make a room. And I guess that's another item for the Shadowhunter here, with the Penant of Energy being picked up by Soin. Very nice one to add to his collection. There's no PN headed to the expo though. Also, he rushes tier 3. Yeah, that's why. There it is. He wants to try with that Bloodlust style again, even though LawLiet looked like he had figured it out.
That's just his style. Gonna try to execute it better this time and make it work. He didn't lose any grunts, so that's good. But LawLiet sees this tech happening. The Sentry Ward Archer in the main saw this early with Ultra Vision.
Oh my god.
A lot of range. Oh, Blade, what's going on? Oh, he died. I wasn't even looking there. Oh, goodness.
He used the crystal ball, and Soin didn't see it. Oh my goodness, the entangle was about to go off here. He gets almost a surround against the Shadow Hunter. Soin about to fall apart. Perhaps entangle is going to be used on the Shadow Hunter, and he gets the clean surrounds. Soin trying to break out, but I don't think he will be able to. It's an absolute disaster. A terrible crystal ball. Usually awful. Here actually gets him a blade kill, and behind this, LawLiet is snowballing out of control.
Oh my goodness. You know, it started off decently well, but suddenly everything is falling apart. That's what we see, what we've been seeing in this matchup a lot on the Orc side. Things can spiral out of control really quickly if you don't play it super clean. Going for the burrow kill now as well. Might be able to get this one. Maybe. Oh my god, gets the burrow. And the grunt. Somebody call the ambulance. This is a complete train wreck.
I think LawLiet didn't use his crystal ball like as he found it, so it was up now. This is so crazy too, because he used it ahead of where the Blade Master was. And Soin somehow, I guess he was looking elsewhere on his like Shadow Hunter and Grunts. He didn't see that there was the revelation used, and he walked into the revelation, got entangled, and the rest is history. Like, that was such a crazy sequence to watch.
He got so many kills. That was like 4 grunts, 2 shaman, a burrow, and 2 heroes. Absolutely ridiculous. Behind this LawLiet going tier 3 with a small army. No problem for him with how much he killed here just a moment ago. Also not mining yet at the expansion, but will be soon. And it's going to match the tier 3 with his own. But his big advantage is he's got that 2 base income.
Yeah, already fully knowing what this is going to be, by the way. Like, you can just get ready with the Wisp. Like, as soon as there ever is going to be a fight happening, just bring a bunch of Wisps. Dispel everything, whether it's you can get rid of the mana of, you know, the Shadow Hunter, the Shamans, get rid of the Bloodlust very easily. Even went for the follow-up revelation here into the Orc base and sees that there's not much happening there. Just 2 burrows, 2 buildings, you know. It's only Shaman at the training right now being researched as well. Like, because of how much trouble Soin was in, he had to delay that for a very long time, so it's not even mastered. We're still far away from Bloodlust. You might actually perhaps have to tap out before Bloodlust is even researched fully here.
Yeah, I was expecting that tap out a long time ago when both the heroes died and more grunts died and the shaman died and the burrow fell. But he's still, you know, fighting on hard over line, trying everything he can. Of course, this is a huge tournament. And this is a huge item. Healing Wards. Absolutely amazing for creeping, for fighting, for recovering. Got the big mana potion as well. LawLiet with some wonderful drops here. Even that crystal ball this time turned out to be great.
Again, he uses it. Checks the main. I think he saw a little bit of the movement of the army here of Soin, so he knows that he's up there. Not quite in a rush. I like that, you know, when you already have Expo up, you know the opponent doesn't. Or at least not yet. Like this Ancient Protector is seeing the Tiny Great Hall, which... A 32 supply Tiny Great Hall, Remo. If that's not ambitious, I don't know what is.
Yeah, that's one of the most greedy plays of DreamHack yet, but with how far behind Soin is, he has to risk something. I think that's the right call. I was probably hoping that it wasn't going to get scouted, and that maybe it was going to be mining for a while before being discovered, but that was not the case. LawLiet was very much on the job, and now he's pushing forward. Got the heal scroll, got good levels, but doesn't have his full tier 3 upgrades yet.
And not having Shadow Hunter level 3 is a little bit annoying for Soin. Might want to pull back the blade here. He does. He moves that away and get closer to that. I don't know if that's the level here. I would say probably not. This Murloc is not giving that much experience.
And LawLiet really taking his time, even creeping the red camp first. At some point you have to wonder, is he giving the opponent too much time? Because the more mining that's going to be happening here in the north, the more Soin's going to have a chance to come back in this game economically and just in terms of army power level. Item for him, claws plus 12. Pretty good for the bottom, decent attack speed. Well, that's not true. Actually, the attack speed is terrible, but, you know, ranged hero, whatever. He's expanding.
Back on this comment.
Yeah, I think, does Potom actually have the lowest attack speed in the game? Podem or DK. It's one of the two. On level
Yeah,
1.
but that's because like often when we see a Podem, she's also like she starts the game as like third hero, so she's like low level and stuff. Like give her a little bit of time, let her evolve a little bit, you know, like pick up some items.
All right, I shall be patient.
So catch up.
Just like LawLiet is. Going 3 base here, not concerned too much about the orc tier 3 himself. There's still no war mill. There's still no reinforced defenses, so these burrows once again falling quickly, being made of paper. I really like this owl. This blade master is always detected, never safe to do anything. Still super hurt. But we do have Bloodlust now. Rah, rah, rah. Let's see how it works out. The Night Elf army here still not too big. We have a bit of Lightning Shield in the mix as well. And the Serpent Wards are very strong right now. But the Shadow Melt also helping out quite a bit here. We don't have detection yet. LawLiet gonna TP out. He did enough damage, and he bought enough time for his third base.
Yeah, LawLiet didn't lose the unit here in this push. He just had to use a bunch of mana, lost some hit points. And hey, we'll happily sit at home, heal up. Still got 2 healing wards, which he very easily could use here for this to help out a bunch. This owl is so obnoxious. I swear, like the Blade Master is being followed everywhere he goes.
Yeah, I already have a big distaste for Watcher wards because you can do nothing about them. The owl is a flying Watcher ward that's just following you around and basically teasing you. Yeah, bro, what are you up to? Where are you going next? Ah, this is your plan. Ah, I see. All right. Good to know. Good to know.
Do you ever have an inner dialogue with the owl? Or no?
I do, but it's too mean and too vulgar to mention on stream.
I can relate, yeah. Except I have that about every unit that ever beat me.
In this balanced game. True.
Log. Alright, so in
Still?
50 supply out of 52, he has almost no lumber. You see that? He has 0 peon on lumber currently. He just remade 1 in the main base. I guess he was also making some buildings, which... Yeah, you're gonna need some lumber to start stuff out of this.
Yeah, grunts cost no lumber at all, so that's good, I guess. But what's also good is fairies against shaman. I've seen one flying in somewhere. Yep, there it is. Fairy dragon coming into the main. There's very little anti-air. In fact, almost no anti-air for Soin. These fairies are gonna do quite something against these shaman. Mana flare, perhaps a bit too far in the front, but whatever. LawLiet now taking this fight. This might be the fight for him to win this game, this first map.
Yeah, LawLiet, he's not even using healing wards here, really delaying that. Perhaps saving it to heal us outside of that. There we go, we finally got 1 mana flare. Oh my god. These shamans better not cast too much stuff here. Blade Master getting chased away. And the Shadow is having a hard time keeping up with everything that's happening as well.
Blade Master gonna fall, it's gonna mark the GG. LawLiet again showing he's ready for Soin's tier 3 and gets the first win.
Yeah, looking really comfortable with Soin's style of Orc versus Night Elf. And you gotta question, is it the right call by Soin to go for this again? He was defeated by this twice, and now 3 times. And there's no, like a little bit of a new spin to it with the creep route, but not too much. And LawLiet knows exactly what to do. Absolute demolition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick
Okay.
out like specific mistakes. Like I think maybe Soin should have like a peon in the center. I mean, he's going tier 3, so he kind of needs a lot of lumber. But maybe if he had a peon in the center of the map, and he sees LawLiet arriving, he can better be ready in a defensive posture and not get his Blade Master caught. And then we're looking at a very different game. Like he just fell so far behind to, I guess, the Elf army catching him and the Crystal Ball in particular, because there was no dust at the time.
Hey. This puts a lot of pressure on Soin. Not in the top 8 currently, and facing elimination. Would follow 15 Sway, and of course Colorful, who were also eliminated today. If he turns this around, 3 Night Elves in a row just wiped out of this tournament. But that's a long road until then.
Yeah, it does seem like Soin is playing this a bit stubborn, but I can also respect it. You know, sometimes you just have to believe in a strategy if you feel like it's going to work, and maybe through some iteration, finally you're going to get it to work. For example, in 1.30, it was considered at the beginning that Undead Fast Expansion against Night Elf might be playable was tried a couple of times, and it failed most of the time horribly, but it took some months, and 1.0 finally was able to show that the Fast Expansion indeed can work. You know, sometimes you have to play trial and error a few times, you have to fail a few times and get back up after you get knocked down, just like Rocky told Foggy yesterday already.
That Art of Warcraft video is the best thing
So good.
I've ever seen in Warcraft 3. Fortunately, we can't play it here on the broadcast due to copyright issues, but hey, do yourselves a favor. Do yourselves a favor and go to YouTube, Art of Warcraft. There's a teaser for the European Grand Final between Foggy and Happy. It is absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous also LawLiet's play on map 1. Let's see if he can take it all the way. That was LawLiet's map. Next up is Tidehunters. And yeah, can he finally make that work again, that strategy, Soin, or is it the first 2-0 of the day?
It's going to be hard. Tidehunters, that was one of the maps that LawLiet won their first encounter around 3 days ago.
Okay. Let's see if he can do it again. Map 2, match points, LawLiet.
A map that has been vetoed by quite a few orcs out there, but not by Soin. Of course, you know, as we've seen, he has his very own style. I wonder if he's gonna try it again. Just unending faith in his strategy, like I have in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
You gotta keep trying until it works, Primo. That's the way.
It did work once, right?
Yeah.
If it did work once, it can work again. But it does seem like LawLiet adjusts very nicely. I think especially important is, contrary to normal, you don't want to go archers against this. Because grunts with Bloodlust are really effective against the archers. So going more heavy into hunts and then playing your own tier 3 and playing an expansion seems to be better. But hold the phone, Mr. Merlot. Because we're going to have the new strategy, the spiciest strategy currently in this matchup. It's going to be the Farseer that Lynn premiered here.
Yeah, some of the players alluded to that in the interviews, in that everybody's so sure that there's going to be a Blade Master that a lot of these elves, they rush the Hunter Soul. To try and counter that better with a bunch of hunts, as you just explained. But if you go Farseer, you can kind of flip the script on them and just kind of take control of the game, I guess, within your own way, but not so much a late game hero here this Farseer. You're usually hoping to make stuff happen long before, you know, we would reach 80 supply with the tier 3 army and all of the upgrades and everything.
Oh, look at the Wisp Scout. Perfect timing. Beautiful. He finds out instantly about the Farseer. I'm gonna go into more Moonwells. Ideally, you want to creep both camps at the same time to get level 2 Keeper before the Farseer arrives. Bit hard to do. Oh, and over here, I didn't know about this one. This Wisp position here at the trees, not reachable. Oh, look at the Wolf. He's trying to force the Ensnare. That's what you get for it, little Wolf.
I think even if they ensnare the Wisp, they wouldn't kill it. I just don't think so. And LawLiet, by the way, saw Farseer headed his way. Is like, no problem, no problemo. France on the second camp gets level 2 right off the bat, and now he's ready for the defense. Started my that wasn't a deny, unfortunately, but he's ready.
Yeah, I think he's waiting for the resummon of the next wolves, and then he's gonna entangle one, take that one out, and dealing with one wolf only is much easier than dealing with 2 wolves, it turns out. And with the entangle, you can manage that pretty well. If you do get that fast level 2, which LawLiet adjusts here very, very nicely. And there it is. Can't resummon. Resummon still on cooldown for a long time. Does get the deny though.
Yeah, well done. Keeping the grunt back as well here. And LawLiet is being very conservative with the entangles. He was waiting for the right moment. 2 archers, 1 keeper. Farseer is a little bit far forward. That was the moment to finally go for it.
Yeah, since there's no heal salves here, stacking up the damage against the first hero is very valuable. Would love to have some bonus damage items, but was not lucky enough to get those. Could perhaps sell these items and go for some claws. The marketplace is right over yonder.
What are you talking about? Cloak and ring are great. My favorite combo.
It is one that is seen quite frequently indeed. Oh, another nice deny. And we do have the War Mill. We saw Lin before playing one grunt into Headhunters, but here no Headhunters at all yet for Soin, just pure grunts.
Are under attack.
Which means Dryads will be unbelievably effective, both against the Wolves and the Grass.
Yeah, but we've seen how going lores against this can be difficult as well, right? Because then it means you have to go into bears eventually, which orc counters with Kodos and Spirit Walkers. But no, it's going to be a lot here. No Spirit Walkers. Of course, nowadays they're in the totem.
Look at that cloak. Look at that cloak! How great it is. Great deny there as well. We're kind of stuck here a bit, I suppose. But we have 5 archers now, which have pretty good DPS. There's still lots of moon juice to heal them up.
And Skipper is really perched on this little hill here. I am the Emperor of Headhunters.
He's trying to reveal with the wolf. That reveal doesn't last too long. You could just shadow meld again.
And LawLiet's
just
like,
walk away.
You know what reveal was better? The one of my crystal ball last game. Back.
Naga second. That's new. Normally we saw either Alchemist or Panda or Demon. Now it's a Naga.
I think he knows that he's not going to be allowed to creep too much against an orc playing Farseer because he's kind of supposed to play on you a lot. So he's like, okay, well, if I get a Naga, I'm probably going to be able to creep a whole lot faster and better before the attacks finally come into play. It's Farseer, it's barely any experience. It's crazy. And he's not even creeping it now. He's creeping the shadow by itself.
You can get level 2 if you solo creeps the rest of the camp with a Shadow Hunter. Seems like that's going to be the plan here. And tier 3 coming in for LawLiet. Double lures. So archers into bears.
A player's forces
once
are
again.
under attack.
I think there's a chance to get power rush.
You mean Soin tower rushing?
Yeah, I don't think LawLiet will tower rush with double lore on yes,
I mean, it's Soin, but I can't really see it. It seems like the Farseer strategy is the best by doubling down on your mid-game strength. Farseer, Shadow Hunter, really good in the early mid-game, and then if you go Raider Walker, that's what we saw from Lin, right? Raider Walker, Shadow, Farseer, very strong at around 40 supply, and then use that to expand and maybe push at the same time. That's how Lin was able to beat Colorful on this map, but here it's just Shaman and Grunts, so it's basically just the first hero that's different with Farseer instead of Raid Master.
Yeah. I think if you want to do that, you really need Spirit Walkers and Kodos. Like now him going just pure Grunt Shaman feels a little bit weird and out of place. He's finding a good timing here. Get some of these archers, but I think LawLiet might be about to turn it around here. Some entangles, and against not many purges left.
No rejuvenation yet. Waiting for the adept train to finish. There it is, finally. Does have double rejuve now. There is one more purge. Now, Shaman just barely got enough mana. LawLiet falling back to the shop. He does have Orb of Venom in a moment. Can sell a couple of items here also. Oh my god, Ensnare flying from the high ground. What's going on?
What the
This
hell?
is a gank.
And Soin immediately going for the rescue. He turns around, he's like, you want to move back? Summons the wolves. Worked for a second, then LawLiet back on the chase again now. A bit of a struggle to heal up here, by the way, for Soin. Like, he needs to buy so many salves. Take his time. He added the bestiary as soon as he saw the bear, so he wants to go for some Kodos.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, those are gonna be in charge of devouring those bears. Of course, very effective counter for the orcs, but only as long as the Kodos survive. If the Kodos get sniped by archers plus Orb of Venom, that can quickly turn around. Seems like the Shadow Hunter needs to level up quickly. Gets level 3, that's a big one. The thing is also, Farseer with the wolves could be very effective, as there's just simply no Dryads at all for LawLiet.
Yeah, I think he saw that the Farseer was still level 1, and he's like, yo, you're meant to level your shadow first. So wolves level 1, he doesn't worry about so much. From the moment they will get level 2, though, you definitely have to start giving them a little respect.
A player's
And
forces
maybe
are under
bring either
attack.
one wisp or go into Dryads then, and only then.
If the Shadow gets level 4, maybe you should retrain. Serpent Wards, we know how good they are against Hunters, but also against Bears can be pretty good. But I guess when there's no Dryads, Hex is also quite strong.
What do you think about the Shaman's damage? I guess not.
Yeah, Remo doesn't think anything anymore, apparently. Maybe we lost the Demo Man. Stepping in, of course, here.
My question was so outrageous.
Yeah, he just... not with this guy. Okay, Kodo has eaten a bear. That was a nice dinner for him.
So the fast he has to TP. Oh no.
Whoa, Fastia just dies! Oh no! How did that happen? Just like that, and the Kodo is about to fall as well. Bears are getting saved, now caught by the Purge, but if he gets the trade, that's totally fine, because then he gets a bear back, and that's exactly what happened, I guess.
Yeah, the healing wave here gonna be very important to try and keep most of this alive. Soin is not doing too bad given all things.
Yeah.
Considering his fast here was in the middle of the entire elf army and he should have TP'd after eating 2 bears perhaps. Now on the chase a little bit. Would be great for him to force the town portal. Oh my god, if he gets this kill, this is huge! The keeper is gonna go down. No, he's got 3 hit points. He town portals just on time.
Dude, Quel'Thala's boots armor. Saving the day. Oh my god, that was so close. That Hex out of nowhere. That can always catch you off guard. And now we have an expansion coming up, but still very far away from finished.
Today, all the bad items fight back and show that they're actually useful.
Every item can be useful, especially from the Rock Golem here. This is going to be a big one for the Shadow, big level also. Golden Magi, absolutely not bad. If I was in the Orc's shoes here, I would be really caught between a decision here. Do I put that on the Shadow for more heal wave, or do I put it on the Farseer for more damage?
Yeah, this Farseer is like is a wolf summoner, that's all he is. Like, he's not really done too much in the ways of like when they've been fighting from the moment they were on tier 2. Been struggling a little bit more. I was surprised he didn't TP, but I think he thought he had time for the next heal wave. If he didn't, here we go with the next fight here. There is one Kodo that's got a bear in it, the other one doesn't. Shadowhunter being targeted immediately, TP transfer. This time he won't take the risk, and he grabs a bear before TPing out. So 2 bears inside of these Kodos right now for Soin.
They do take a while to get devoured, but it's also annoying now that LawLiet is sitting at 50 with a small army, because those bears, of course, still count for supply.
Do you think bears are salty meat?
A player's forces are under attack.
Wait, I don't even know what salty meat is. What is salty meat?
When you taste it, it's so salty.
Normally meat doesn't taste salty at all until you put salt on it. What are you talking about?
Shadowhunter is kind of amazing, by the way. Like, he's mixed between a little bit of damage, a lot of survivability, actually a little bit of damage. He has plus 11. This guy is supposed to playing a Blade Master here a little bit.
A player's forces are under attack.
LawLiet gonna get the red camp. Ooh, Legion Doomhorn, excellent. The only weakness of bears is their low movement speed, but now that's gonna help with that a lot. Getting some level ups in there as well.
Ardent skin and resistance skin here competing for LawLiet, so he wants to make some units that won't be able to get eaten here by the Kodos. And I'm curious how many orbs he's gonna go into, right? Does he add 1 more on the Naga? Because right now he's got
Player's
the 2
forces are under
on
attack.
Priestess and Keeper respectively. When is too many orbs too many?
Never.
Question.
There's never too many orbs, Todd. I think that's pretty clear. Dude, this is the star-shaped strat. Just triple ranged hero with triple orb plus MGs. It is going to be in the end. At the moment we still have some bears, but it's probably going to be more and more transition into MGs. On the old patch with old MGs, it was almost impossible for Orc to deal with mountain giants. But nowadays, with only 1 taunt, they have become a lot more manageable.
Imagine, like, we had Chimiko give some props to Johnny Cage and like some stuff that he saw with the castle tech timing. Imagine if LawLiet comes on the interview and he's like, oh yeah, no, Star Shape. I saw this, I watch the stream regularly. I saw this slide from him.
Dude, he's gonna clip that and try to hang it on his wall somewhere. I don't know how you hang a clip on a wall, but he's gonna try.
He'll find a way. He'll find an audio clip that plays like every 5 minutes.
He'll just use a clipboard.
That's one way. Oh, catching the Kodos in the back, but there's of course
Players
Purge coming in quickly. Hungry
Got a
Kodo.
So again, move! Grabs the bear on the left. That guy's so unfortunate. He wasn't even the primary target initially. Wisps coming in with some detonations, but they can't connect against the shamans. And now he sees the mountain giants. There's a town portal for Soin to get out if he needs to. And I think he might have to transfer it. Oh my god, the shadow. Farseer is blocked away. Makes it to the back eventually, but those shamans are going to go down extremely quick. He's playing Dodge Devour here with the bears.
This is such a weird game, dude. One Kodo about to fall. Fog Lightning coming in. Shadow in trouble still. Whew. I think he panic used the Mana Stone right there.
The wolves left behind here. And finally, the first Dryads of this game actually entered the field.
Yeah, MGs plus Dryads, pretty decent combo. Could go for one more Mountain Giant.
There's still one bear, like one was just digested here by the Kodo. There's still one more in the other one. Which gives full vision right now to LawLiet onto Soin's army. That's the last camp on the left, actually, or the last big camp. I guess there's still a small green at the bottom, which maybe could help bring Farseer closer to level 4.
On level 3, not really the biggest level up. What's the item? Big mana? Yeah.
That's good, I guess. You can go... actually, shouldn't you go maybe Thorn Sora level 1, I guess? There's so much melee. Perhaps could have helped.
Could be a good idea. But also there's not too many shamans, so maybe you can overpower the mana department.
Alright, here we go.
Raiders now. Raiders good for ensnare, but they're gonna get demolished by this army just right-click wise. And the Raiders go down right away. Maybe try with Hero Focus? Yeah, there it is. Hero Focus on the Keeper. Oh, and there's no dispel against the Hex. Oh my god, just barely there is. Oof. Invo Potion used at the last second, but the Keeper still kind of exposed over here, transferring the staff. Saving the Keeper. Nicely done by LawLiet.
Yeah, Wisp coming in. Oh my god, the Shamans have 0 mana left. When that Keeper comes back, it's gonna be his time to hurt here. Whether with Trance or with Entangle. And Soin a bit on the chase here, but so hard to deal with this army here for him right now.
Mana Shield! Should skill into it. Not sure if you should activate it, really. Mountain in the back trying to do damage, but that is not their strength. A couple of taunts coming in here and there. If the Kodo falls, which it will, the bear's back. Could use some rejuve now, maybe.
Get out of there. Grunt's falling very rapidly. Those Dryads slowing everything. And the MGs are slapping away here in the back. About to free another bear as well with low hit points.
Mana Shield! Mana Potion! Gives her the big Mana Potion with the Mana Shield. This synergy. Unbelievable. Going for the Farseer now. Next taunt. Keeping him trapped. Fog Lightning could be his end. Even without, it's gonna go down. The Orb of Venom damage, too much GG is called, and LawLiet this time will make it into the quarterfinals.
Cheeky smile on his face. He seems relieved. He seems happy.